I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The city of Houston, HPD, fire department, everyone to, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jonathan Zion. If this is your first time watching me, I talk about spirituality content. I talk about just content going on around the world, poppin' topics, current events, just anything that I feel like I really want to talk about and bring to my subscribers. That's what I want to talk about. So if that does interest you, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and comment, and go ahead and subscribe for me. And let's go ahead and get this video started. So as you've already read by the title, today we're going to be talking about Travis Scott, also known as HIII Webster II. So basically, I just wanted to come on here and just really talk about yet another riot that this man has incited. And unfortunately, in this riot, there were at least 8 people who passed. So the media says 8 people who passed. And then on top of that, there were over 100 people, and I've seen over 300 people on these little news outlets who aren't as major as the media, who aren't as mainstream, I should say, who said that it was 300 plus people who were injured. And if you go back and you look at the videos, you can see that Travis Scott's fans were breaking down barricades. They were running in. They were just trampling on people, stepping over them. They even crushed a 10-year-old to death. I've seen people say he was 10. I've seen people say he was 13. I've seen 14. It doesn't matter. He was still in his adolescence. So it's just really unfortunate. And it's a little heartbreaking that, yet again, this man, Travis Scott, has allowed his fans to just do the unthinkable. And we have nobody else to blame but Travis, because this easily could have been prevented had Travis just not incited a riot like he usually does. And I wouldn't be going as hard on him if this wasn't his 3rd time doing it. The first time is like, okay, it was a mistake. The second time, I'm looking at you kind of weird, like, bitch, what are you doing? The 3rd time, bitch, you need to go to jail. You need to go to jail, because that just doesn't make any sense. And this is selenite, and I have this here because it's just like my little protection crystal, and it just makes me feel really good. I use it to cleanse my negative energy, and when I'm not feeling too hot, I'll use this and feed it my energy that's negative to the selenite, and in return, she takes it and she does what she has to do with it. And that's that on that. So I do have some notes here, and if you see me looking down, I apologize, but I really want to make sure I get some of these points across. So let me just start with a little biography. I did some research and I put some things together so you guys can have a good idea of Travis Scott if you don't already know who he is. So HIII Bermond Webster II, also known as Travis Scott, was born on April 30th, 1992, which makes him 29 years old. Travis Scott got his big break when he featured on Sizzle of Galore back in 2017. Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't already an artist that people were listening to, before then, before that SZA feature. But what I am saying is after that SZA feature, he blew up and he pretty much got into the mainstream. So since then, Travis Scott has dropped 3 albums, including Huncho Jack Huncho. I didn't know if it came out before or after. I just put it, which pretty much solidified the rapper. And he's also very known for his Astroworld theme parks, which he usually has concerts in. And in these concerts, the fan favorite part has to be his very brutal mosh pit, in which the fans make a circle and they begin to push, swing each other around, and appear to suffocate, all while listening to Travis Scott jump around on stage and scream. Doesn't sound very appealing to me, but, you know, to each its own. So that's pretty much a little biography of Travis Scott, and just to give you guys a little peek on who he is dating Kylie Jenner. That's also what he's known for. He has a child with Kylie Jenner, and she's also pregnant with their second child. So if you guys didn't know that already, now you know. So I did want to talk about 2 incidents prior to this that led him to being arrested, because he did incite riots, and I just think that you guys should know about it. So the first incident, I have it right here, was on August 2nd, 2015, and this was at 7:59 a.m. Well, that's when the article was written, but it says that in Chicago, the rapper Travis Scott was arrested on Saturday afternoon after playing just one song at Lollapalooza. Now, if you know anything about that, you know that he incited a riot. The police say that Scott, whose real name is Jacquees Webster, was arrested after he encouraged fans to rush the stage and bypass security protocols. He faced charges of endangering a minor, disorderly conduct, and inciting a riot. So that's the first straw. That's his first mistake. So me personally, when I heard about it, it wasn't a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal, but it wasn't like I'm gonna hold it against him. You know, maybe he was just in the moment and he wanted to have fun. Whatever. We're gonna leave it at that. And this next article, this was made on May 14th, 2007, and this was made at 7:47 p.m. thanks to CBS News. Go ahead and give you guys y'all's things, your points. So in Benton County, Arkansas, the rapper and the producer Travis Scott was arrested Saturday night after his concert. So that's strike 2. That's the second strike. And if you would like to know what else was going on, he was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. So that is part 2. That's the second strike, and that's where I'm looking at you like, okay, I'm looking at you funny, you moving weird. Duchess, calm down. I'm right here, baby. I'm sorry, you guys. My dog's right here. Her name is Duchess. I love her so much. She's going a little blind. I'm right here, baby. So, as you guys can see, Travis Scott just has a history of just being very energetic with his fans, and he likes to make sure that his fans are having fun. And you know, the fans know what's gonna happen when they go to these events. Just calm down. The fans know that when they're going to these events, that you know, there's going to be a mosh pit, and there's just going to be something crazy going on. And you know, if he's not jumping up and down on stage, if he's not jumping off the stage, if he's not just doing, you know, the normal Travis Scott things that he normally does, then it wouldn't be a Travis Scott performance or a Travis Scott show. So I mean, I'm not really mad about it. It is what it is. But I just wanted to shed some light on, you know, things like this. You know, when you allow people to continue to do bullshit over and over and over, and there's just no repercussions. You know, you got locked up and you got out in 12 minutes to 15 minutes. How do you learn from that? You know, it just shows that, you know, when you have money, you can really buy yourself out of any situation. And it's just really unfortunate, because for regular people like us, regular civilians, you know, we only have one chance to fuck up, and that's it. And, you know, it just shows that this industry is a very dirty game, and this industry is always plotting on people, willing victims and people who aren't willing. You know, I don't believe that Travis Scott didn't know what was going on at that concert, considering the fact that in a clip that I saw, he was over the crowd. And from what it looked like, he saw one of the kids who were having a seizure on the floor. A seizure. It looked like he saw them, but he continued to go with the show. I guess he thought, the kid was just laying down because he was tired. And, as unfortunate as that may seem, there was another clip where the fans got on the stage to let the cameraman know, hey, like there's somebody dead, stop the show. And the cameraman starts going back and forth with the girl, arguing with her. Meanwhile, the person's still dying, or if he wasn't already dead. If you watch clips, people were breaking down the barricades just to get into the concert. Meanwhile, they're stepping over other people. They're stepping over children. There's people screaming, help, get off. At what point do we stop and realize, okay, this is a little bit too much? We're literally trampling over other humans just to go sit in a crowded arena and listen to a 29-year-old man, scream and jump around on stage. Now, I don't have anything towards Travis. I love his music, some of his music. I really liked Astroworld, and I really liked one song off of his new albums, that's some dystopia shit. But, I also just wanted to say, you have to be careful, and you have to be very cautious, and you have to open your eyes when you are allowing other people into your space, when you're allowing other people's energy into your space. And now let's be very clear, you don't know Travis, you're not from Can of Paint, but when you're listening to their music, when you're singing the songs over and over, it starts to become more of like a chant rather than a song, and it starts to consume your life almost. It starts to feel like as though, you don't really know what you're saying, but the song sounds good. And, the music industry is a total different game than what it used to be. Like, the music industry literally started off as something that was just supposed to be nice for other people, somebody, because, humans, I don't know, Americans really love to have somebody to look up to, and Americans really love to be catered to and, sit at a live performance and just really be in the moment and just absorb somebody's energy that they're giving out, whether it be sports, whether it be music, whether it be just any kind of creative direction. Money really does change things, and you start to realize that when you do have the money, and you can start to realize, and you can see it, that people are able to buy themselves out of situations that they put themselves in. And how are you supposed to learn when your consequence is null and void? You get locked up for 15 minutes just to go out and do the same thing 2-4 years later, and then to come on to the camera, to come onto the internet after everything happened and to write an apology, and then there's not even and I'm sorry, and there's not even and I apologize, and there's not even I am completely mortified, I am completely devastated, I am completely disgusted in myself for what I allowed to happen to my fans. I can't believe that I allowed this situation to continue to spiral down. I can't believe that I allowed the situation to get as bad as it got. But it just really makes me think, I'm not going to say you think, because a lot of you guys don't think, it really just makes me think that there's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes in the industry that are happening for a reason, and it's just not a coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. And I'm gonna insert some pictures for you guys of his concert. You just have to really be cautious, and you have to be aware of the symbolisms. I mean, even at one of the areas in his Astroworld Park, one of the pictures, it was like this little, I guess it was an entrance. It said, see you on the other side. And to me, it's a little esoterical because it just sounds more like, see you on the other side. Like, just say it and just really think about what it is that you're saying. See you on the other side. Like, I mean, see you on the other side of what? So Not to mention that a lot of the people at the concert were saying that they were being injected from drugs without their knowledge. A lot of the people at the concerts, as I've already said, were passed out on the floor screaming for help. A lot of people on the concert, also when they were being carried out by the ambulances and trying to get taken to medical attention, Travis Scott's fans were on top of the ambulances, jumping, stomping, and just having the time of their life. And it just really makes you open your eyes to see that, you know, when you go to a lot of these concerts and when you give a lot of people your energy, they take it and then they make it what they want. And it's just a little disheartening because you think that you know these people because you listen to their music religiously, but at the end of the day, they're still human. They still have mouths to feed, and you just have to proceed with caution. That's the best way I can put it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it this far through, I felt like this was something that I needed to talk about. I'm definitely going to add some pictures in this video because on that apology video he made, I saw him doing a lot of this. He was rubbing his hand. He couldn't look in the camera straight. He put on a black and white filter. It kind of gave me a little bit of manipulation. As far as this, it gave me a little symbolism, you know, with the Freemason. I looked with the Freemason gestures, and it just looked like this was planned. It just looked like this was premeditated, and it just looked very calculated. And I think that he needs to really seriously be held accountable, and something needs to happen because that's just ridiculous. You know, I heard he bought a really expensive house, so I guess he's trying to pay it off. But, you know, it's really just none of my business. It's just really unfortunate that this tragedy happened to people who are just going to see their favorite rapper. But I'm not gonna just keep going on about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching me. And I just hope to see you guys really soon. I appreciate all of my subscribers, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching, and peace out.